At this point, y'all, Diddy's getting exposed for something new every single day. I mean, they even have a Netflix series called like The Downfall of Diddy, and then 50 Cent is coming out with a documentary called Diddy Do It. And I just got this video right here sent to my Instagram DMs by one of you guys. It's titled Jennifer Lopez comes forward that Diddy whooped her ass just like Cassie and had freak offs with celebrities. We already know that freak off part. But this right here is something that I feel like a lot of us forgot, is that Diddy used to actually go out with J-Lo right here. And if he was the same way he was with Cassie, that's very unfortunate. So let's hear what Jennifer Lopez has to say, if she does say anything.
He always seemed to be the one in control. We wondered, was she afraid?
Is this the one you were talking about who just cheated on you and treated you horribly and you just stuck it through?
While Jennifer was upstairs, he was down there getting a fellatio from her.
She liked him and didn't like him, you know what I mean? Honestly, she worried about me, just like any mom.
We just didn't have the same kind of ideals about life and family and stuff like that. And
is it true that Diddy broke her nose?
Bust her nose, man.
just wasn't a good relationship for me.
We know the Cassie video that just came out is making people realize who Diddy really is. But it definitely doesn't look like the first time he's ever...
I can't show this part because YouTube has freaking taken that video down so many times.
I had to learn to care about myself a little bit more and put up certain boundaries of what I would accept and wouldn't accept.
Sean Combs, obviously.
Yes.
I think you were dating at the time.
We were. He had a rough way of doing it.
But
he had
also,
a way of communicating that put it very plainly, like, that sucks, don't do that. Or you need to do this, or you need to do that. Don't forget,
We can believe that J-Lo was too scared to say anything specific at this time because she had just got started in her career and she knew Diddy could just end her career whenever he wanted. He had the power.
It was crazy. It was crazy. The Puffy era was just kind of like a crazy, heightened time in my life.
Now, it's clear from Jennifer's own words that Diddy was controlling with her, told her what to do and how to do it and when to do it. Much like Cassie, much like his old girlfriend, who's the mother of his kids, Kim Porter.
I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through, and that was Kim Porter. People ask me, and they send me clips. Cassie, I guess, is an affidavit to the courts, of what she experienced. It was the same thing Kim was going through. Cassie's book is Kim's book. I knew Kim Porter before I knew Puff.
Is it true that Diddy broke her nose?
Bust her nose, man. Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity.
When I would see how he would blow her phone up all day long, I was like, I'm so confused. And I said to her, what's up with this Cassie chick? Do you hate her or what? And she was like, no. What do you mean? And she finally looks at me, she goes, I feel sorry for her. I said, why? And she looks at me and she goes, no, man, better her than me. And I didn't understand what that meant until I read the lawsuit.
Even Diddy's other son's mother posted on Instagram saying that she knows exactly what Cassie feels like. As you can see from all three women that dated Diddy, he's very controlling and very obsessive. Not to mention allegedly abusive in all cases.
We go through what every other couple goes through, being angry at each other very much.
What y'all shooting today? What's the last scene consistent of? What? Ain't no kissing going on, right?
Yeah, he has a problem with stuff like that.
Ain't no kissing going on.
It feels like it's tongue.
Nah.
I think it's silly.
Diddy even wanted to control Jennifer Lopez's music career because he stole songs from other singers to give them to J-Lo.
J-Lo and I came out around the same time when her first album came out. And Rodney Jerkins actually came and wrote this wonderful song for me called If I Gave Love. And the Jennifer Lopez song was If You Had My Love. He wrote the same song for her. I heard that it was because Puff Daddy walked in and heard my song and said, I want that song. And he was like, yeah, well, that's already taken. We wrote that for Shantae and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, I want that song. That was going to be my next single after Shantae's Got a Man. And we backed off of it because J-Lo had such a machine at the time.
Think about it. If you're Jennifer Lopez, your young first album, Diddy's picking all these hits for you, you're going to do whatever he says and you're not going to complain because he was actually cheating on her the whole time they were together and she didn't even know.
Jennifer had just gave him this hell of a day. I mean, like, we went to the Miami Hurricanes game. He gave him a party at 321. She rented a club, gave him a party, gave him this big backyard party, dinner and everything like that. Then gave him a party at the club. And then we came back, what's his name? Slam had set it up because Jennifer went upstairs. And Puff said, yo, Gene, watch the door. Don't let nobody come through the door. And I wanted to say it was Korean, but I'm not sure it was her. And while Jennifer was upstairs, he was down there getting a fellatio from her. Yo, let me just tell you something. Puff was like, Puff, he had first dibs on a lot of chicks before they got to the rest of the rappers and everything like that.
But when asked questions about Diddy years later, look how she acts and really quick to just brush it off and doesn't even want to talk about him.
He says, the way she's handled it, she's been such a compassionate person, it made me cry like twice. So he said he's going to be the one to show the kids how to do it.
Right.
Do you have any advice for him to come on?
No, I mean, he knows what he's doing. I don't have really anything. No advice for him.
No advice.
Diddy was so obsessive over J-Lo, he almost fought Will Smith and Jada because they wanted to have a party with her.
We were at a birthday party. Either Matt Damien was giving for Ben Affleck. It was just a little gathering. It was at the Four Seasons. Will Smith and his sister and her husband, we were all sitting on this side of the room. Matt Damien, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Puff, Will Smith, and Jada, and they was sitting on the other side of the room. He stood up. When he stood up, he walked and did his arm some kind of way, like, so I go towards him. And he said to me, he said, yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close because I'm going to snuff him.
And we already know what he means by scoop up Jennifer. These celebrities, they be doing some swinging parties. They do three, you know what I'm saying? They do 3 ways. They go the whole 9 yards. So that's why.
I said to myself, Will Smith gonna beat the shit out you. That shit was funny. He thought that Jada and Will was coming on too strong to Jennifer, making advances.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true? True?
You really heard that? No.
Well, yeah, I watched it on the internet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Once J-Lo saw how dangerous it is
If
to...
that ain't the face of a liar, bro. You really heard that? Oh, no. Bruh.
Will Smith, is that true? True?
You really heard that? No.
Well, yeah, I watched it on the internet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Once J-Lo saw how dangerous it is to be with Diddy, things changed, and that's when they broke up.
We had this kind of crazy, tumultuous relationship, and that ended in like a bang, let's say. And
Almost literally.
yeah, I just kind of hit the wall and was just like,
Most likely literally a bang. I don't think anyone says it ends in a bang.
say, and
Almost literally.
yeah, I just kind of hit the wall and was just like, I can't do this anymore.
On December 27, 1999, Jennifer Lopez, Sean Puffy Combs, and Puffy's 19-year-old rap protege, Jamal Shine Barrow, someone tossed a wad of cash at Combs as a sign of disrespect.
And at some point, one of those people in that group fired off guns and other gunfire was had.
Jennifer got lost in the chaos. According to police reports, the couple jumped into the backseat of his SUV. Officers arrived as the SUV pulled away. He swerved around a patrol car and led cops on an 11-block chase. Officers discovered a loaded gun on the front seat.
Everybody was booked, including Jennifer Lopez. They spent the night in the precinct.
Police charged Sean Puffy Combs and Jennifer Lopez with felony gun possession.
It's alleged that Diddy had Jennifer Lopez doing the same thing that Cassie was doing, holding on to his weapons for him. He would demand Cassie to carry his firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is. I mean, the lawsuit settled in one day, so what you said had some merit to it, because he was like, cut it off. Because as we know, even though Rod has nothing to do with Cassie or even J-Lo, which this was 20 years ago, right, 1999, so they're not really connected, but they have similar instances, because he said specifically, Little Rod said this, he shared that J-Lo at the time carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got in an altercation with another individual. So the same thing that's in Cassie's lawsuit is also in Little Rod's lawsuit. And I'm pretty sure Cassie and Little Rod didn't have a conversation. So it definitely seems like Diddy's girlfriends are all in the same situations over and over again. And as obsessive as he was for J-Lo wanting to fight Will Smith, he also wanted to fight other rappers even if they looked and spoke to Cassie.
One day, I don't know what it was, but we got invited to Puff Daddy house. I was with Shy back in the day. We were Wale in the studio.
and this girl in the studio, and she's singing, but the girl is Cassie at the time. I don't really know what's going on. I just know she a big singer. Before we even get to the studio with him and Cassie in the studio, Wale was already telling us, like, man, Diddy be acting crazy over her. Diddy don't want nobody working around her, so y'all make sure y'all don't look at her too wild or make her feel uncomfortable. On how crazy Diddy act over her. Like, any guys that's around her in her vicinity, while Diddy not around, he kirks off, he goes off. We make it through the session. We probably like an hour in the session. Her and Wale doing what they do in the studio, but they helping each other. It's just professional, y'all. It ain't nothing like, they ain't doing nothing weird. I don't feel no weird vibes. I don't see no flirting or nothing. It's really professional. They making good music. I swear to God, y'all. Diddy and his security guys walked through this room. I told y'all Wale was in the room. All right, Diddy and Wale had prior run-ins, and he told Wale to stay away from her. You this, that, like. But I don't know. I guess they weren't supposed to be there doing it in person together. They were supposed to send it or whatever, but they was trying to keep and doing it in person together because they ain't thinking Diddy gonna pop up in here. Like, I swear, y'all, Diddy got like little secret people that follow her places. Like when she go in little restaurants, like his girlfriends, like he keep eyes.
He probably has a tracker on her phone or something. But that's psychotic.
Like he that crazy. It's some obsessive Diddy. Like it's crazy. The world know about it though. Like the crazy parties. Diddy be crazy over them girls. Like super duper stalking. Like he be having private investigators following him. No niggas can't go around him. He very controlling.
Now remember, he wanted to fight Will Smith for J-Lo, and he was already wiretapping Kim Porter's phone, right?
And I'm like, man, I do remember seeing him be being physically violent towards females. I seen him be physically violent towards producers, other record execs, even artists. And what I mean by physical, it'd be like sometimes it might be a physical fight between him and someone else. I always seen violence in him, man. Not only so we can say females, yes, I seen him violent with women. He know everything she doing. I'm hearing them saying, this is what Shakira Stewart was saying to Kim Porter on the phone that made him mad. That made him so mad at Shakira Stewart when he went to L.A. Reid party, hit him with the chair.
You know, like anybody, be the club, late, everybody having a good time. I remember her and I went to McDonald's. We got breakfast food for everybody, like the whole crew. And he called her while I was in the car. And I remember she was like, you want to see something or you want to hear something crazy? And I was like, what? And she answered the phone. And as soon as she answered the phone, are you? Whoa! Like he went. It sounded like a pimp. Like I just was like, he was
because that's what he is. Realistically, that's what he is. He's overprotective of his woman because he doesn't want anyone else making money off of her. That's what it is with Cassie. He uses her. He sells them to different millionaires for for intercourse. And he's also using her to make money off of her when it comes to the music aspect of things. He's literally pimping them out. It is what it is. That's why he sounds like that.
It sounded like a pimp. Like I just was like, he was upset with her because she went out, because we were outside. Where are you at? What are you doing? Why are you? What are you doing? I remember him being like, do you know what time it is? I remember feeling like we are not kids. It's her birthday. We went to AOD. You're not even here. Like, what are you talking about? She went and picked up some money because it wasn't even just like, oh, we're going to party. What? And he just, he was spazzing about her being outside. And so she hung up on him. You effing me, you hang up on me again, and I'm gonna take your car, and then I'm gonna take your. He just started threatening her about all the things that he was gonna take away from for hanging up on him, and then he was like, and I know someone's in the car. I know someone's in the car with you. You effing lying. And she was like, no, no one's in the car. I was in the car, sitting in the front seat, listening to him.
This nigga be spying,
going crazy, and then when we got back to the house, he called her on FaceTime and made her show him the room. Who all is in the house?
Diddy walks in. Diddy walk in while
nah, this dude is crazy.
Not bad for
hold up.
Diddy walk in while
whoever sent me this video, I appreciate it. If you guys want me to watch any of the videos together, just send it to my Instagram DMs or you can comment it down below.
Who all is in the house.
Diddy walks in. Diddy walk in, Wale and him in the bathroom. Not bathroom. Wale and the girl in the booth, but they doing the music part. Me and Shy over here. But he came in with aggression. They moving, and then I looked. It was like a glance. Once he got a little bit past me, I'm like, damn, that's Diddy. I ain't say nothing. I looked at Shy. Shy looked at me. Me and Shy like, oh. All I heard was a rock, but not punches, like shit, like moving around, tables and shit. So me and Shy run to the blinds. We peeping through the blinds. I'm peeping through the blinds. Shy peeping through the blinds. I swear for God, it's a balcony in the studio, like an out balcony. You can see over the back. I swear to God, my grandmother, they got Wale over top of his feet. They got him off his feet, hanging off the balcony. Who put on Wale's shoes? Nobody. That was Wale's feet over there. After that happened, Diddy and them stormed out. She left with them. Everybody left. They left with her.
Now, even though Diddy came out and said all these allegations against him are nonsense and nothing is true and everybody is just hating on his name, there's been plenty of proof from security guards.
That's some movie type shit right there. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie. Getting hung off a balcony by your feet that's crazy right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh snap. Now this dude is wild. Now Diddy is actually psychotic. What's that dude's name? Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that? He's along the lines of that dude.
And everybody is just hating on his name. There's been plenty of proof from security guards that work with him that this is how he is.
Did I ever see him hit somebody? Yeah, I definitely did. Did I ever see him and Cassie fight? Yes, I definitely did. But there's been times where I jumped in the middle of it and snatched Puff up, because you talking, I'm 260. So me snatching him up was nothing. And that's where I feel like he wrong. That's where I feel like he a coward. You know, it's been times that Cassie called me and I might see her eye blacked up, or I might see some black and blue. I'll be like, yo, what happened?
So Diddy allegedly beat Kim, beat Justin's mom, and beat Kim Porter. Do you think he didn't have any physical altercation with Jennifer Lopez?
It comes a time where it's like, you can't just say anything you want to say and think that people gonna accept it. It's a God syndrome. The same way that he's been in a lot of trouble before and you could pay your way out. He knew those cameras was there, but didn't know, which Cassie said inside a complaint, that they gave her a copy of the footage also. He's sorry that he got caught.
How many times did you personally witness him be violent towards women?
Around 4 or 5 times. I seen him with Cassie and I seen him with Kim Porter, his kid's mother. When you have a problem with every woman that you're dealing with, then I think that problem is inside of you.
What did you see him do with Kim Porter?
I seen him inside the car, grab her up. I seen him smack her. And one thing about Kim is, Kim got to the point where she fought back because she realized how powerful she was. It was one incident on Sunset Boulevard. I just seen the car rocking back and forth. Of course, he put everybody out the car, but I seen the car shaking, so I opened the door. And Kim got out the car like nothing happened. And she told him, she said, I want to see you explain to the media that scratch I'm going to put across your face if you put your hands on me again.
A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex suddenly and mysteriously died. 47-year-old Porter's body found after a desperate call to 911.
As she's in the process of writing her book to expose Diddy, she happens to just pass away anonymously. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I definitely believe that has to do with Diddy. Now, to kill the mother of your children, like the wickedness that needs to live inside of you has to just be beyond measure, to be honest with you, bro. That's straight. That's demonic.
He was a bad dude. He offered her $1 million once. Like, he could feel that she was disconnecting from him, and he like called her like crying, hysterical, please, I can't, don't, Kim, I'll give you $1 million, I'll give you $1 million. The whole like love, family, all that was total BS. And she'd said that it's total bullshit. She's like, he's the worst dad in the world.
Not to get into any conspiracy theories, but it's said allegedly that Kim was writing a book all about Diddy.
Yeah.
And he did not want that to come out.
So I wrote this book and I attached it to him. So it seemed like everybody who was going to make a tell-all story, something happened to them.
Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died.
I'll say something for, make things clear. The only person that I ever could have that kind of altercation with, to where if something ever was to happen to me, man, look at him. I'm not going to have no pneumonia or nothing like that. You ever see anything happen like that with me, you already know.
He'll probably told all that book, you understand, that up and got missing the day she died.
Another one of Diddy's girlfriends was very clear when she came out and said what he did to her years ago. but for some reason, nobody ever brought it up.
3-4 months, he was really nice, but then after that, he started being a so like he was abusive. He was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me. We was upstairs and pushed me and I fell to the ground. He like stood over me and he started like punching me like this, and then after he got done doing that, he like stomped on my stomach like really hard and like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe.
The fact that all these ex-girlfriends say the exact same thing. He punches them, he stomps on them, and nothing has ever stopped him from being successful even after all this is unbelievable. And the fact that people online were saying, well, what did the women do to deserve it, is crazy. Every single woman couldn't have pissed him off.
It's definitely no woman deserves that at all whatsoever. But 100%, you would need to use more discernment when going into a relationship with an individual. Like, you can't let the money just literally lure you in. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the times that is the case for most women. They're like, oh, he has like a lot of money. But you have to really actually pay attention to the character of the individual. I believe most people give themselves away. If you hang out with them for at least like a week straight, you understand their mindset and how they view and just their worldview, which is very, very important. Now, if it aligns with yours, then that's good. If it doesn't, then you have to let it go. But I feel like that should be the main focus in the beginning of a relationship, rather than what the person has materialistically. What do they actually possess mentally? And I feel like that's where a lot of people can mess up when they're interacting with someone with a lot of money, is that they focus on the money and they focus on all the materialistic things rather than the mental things.
Exact same way. This is something mentally wrong with this guy. So Diddy's never addressed any of the violent things in his past, but the second this Cassie tape leaks out, he immediately addresses the tape because his image is on the line. Do you believe this apology?
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times.
He never mentioned Cassie's
life.
name.
Sometimes you got to do that. I was f***ed up. I mean, I hit rock bottom.
I like how the apology suddenly goes to him being the victim. He has a problem. He's the one who did rock bottom, and he can't believe what he's done. Forget about apologizing to the actual people.
That is true.
Multiple of them who've been on the receiving end of this.
But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
What about all the other times that weren't recorded on video with other women?
I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, go into rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry, but I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Other celebrities are criticizing Diddy's apologies and actions as well.
Hotel footage of Puff violently, graphically stalking and attacking Cassie. If that other angle come out, maybe kidnapping as well. That was almost unbearable to watch. I assumed that he would go just hide somewhere. But why would you do that when you are just a glutton for attention? So he pops right back out. Talk about tone deaf. Where are the fucking publicists? But he pops back out with this half-hearted bull apology that was like, it's almost offensive. It was like a slap in the face, that apology.
I didn't even watch it.
I mean, I watched it because it was quick. It wasn't even, he didn't even try to put some sincerity. When I listened back, I didn't feel like enough time was devoted to just how much of a fucking lunatic that looked like. And I don't think this is the last of it, nor do I think that he is the only one, because it is a mess out here. And he looks like a fucking nut. He looks like a complete
monster.
Just a complete evil.
Bro, that is true too. Like, with the severity of the footage that was leaked and how bad all the lawsuits are, like, he should have just, like, if he really wanted, he probably just lacks sincerity in his heart. He's probably incapable of doing it at this point, seriously speaking. Because the more you do wrong, the more you go against your conscience, the harder your heart gets. You almost become incapable of loving an individual or actually having compassion. But for something like that, you need like at least like a sincere freaking 5-minute something. But the 1-minute clip, tone deaf, no emotion, is kind of crazy.
It's a thing that you've ever heard now is just on the table. You know, and you hold up, and you tone deaf, and you so tone deaf, you on Instagram saying like time will tell the truth. You don't know when to shut the up.
Diddy, I just seen that video. You was a bitch. And I hope, if whatever happens to you, happens to you. I hope Big Freddie and Debo Eddie strap your down in a penitentiary Betty. You know, I told him I was gonna stay and mind my business, but I lied.
According to
He gonna like that. He go if Diddy goes to jail getting strapped up in the bed by Big Freddie and Big Eddie, he finna enjoy that.
The victim in that footage, in the lawsuit that she filed last year against Diddy, she claims that Diddy paid the hotel, gave them $50,000. He was in possession of that footage. What I believe happened is in the recent raid of Diddy's multiple properties, the government came into possession of that, and the government, somebody there leaked it.
It really just goes to show you how powerful Diddy is, that he can shut down an entire hotel security system and say, give me that tape and pay for it. And they said yes. This is like straight out of a mob movie or something.
The first thing we need to be honest, like Sean Combs is a...
And you never know like what tactic he used. He could have came in on some threatening mob the same way he did to Wale, hanging him over the balcony. I'm not saying that they hung him over the balcony for the security team, but he could have easily came in here with his mob and be like, if you want to live in peace, or if you just want to live, period. If you want to have your family safe, give me that security right now. Give me that security footage.
Yeah. Right? And to be honest, like Sean Combs is a... Yeah. Right? And I think the men who are around him and knew he was that, they too.
What in a man that makes him so insecure? Because that's what it boils down to, family. That's an insecure man. That's what it boils down to. If she's that bad, if she ain't nothing, he kicked her and stomped and pushed and beat on her like she was nothing. So if she's that much of nothing, what does that say about you if you with her? And for you to have to beat on her lets me know that perhaps you think you can't really do no better.
That the career of Sean P. Diddy Combs, as we know,
not only that, you have to be like, you're so insecure that you don't even think she wants you at that point, because she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why like you would like really force a woman to be with you, because you probably don't think you could do better, and second off, you don't even think she even wants you.
Over. This is over. It's over in the worst possible way. One of the worst possible ways you can imagine.
Why in the hell would you put your hands on a female, bro?
Tell him.
Especially when you a multi-millionaire. Even if you a multi-millionaire. Point blank, period.
Tell him, Bobby.
Female should make you go crazy, bro.
Cut it out,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying,
Cut
Bobby.
it. So you were disgusted back then. You're disgusted now. So let me ask you a question then. Was that the last time that you did that to her? Was that the last time you did that to any woman? If you're so disgusted and you went and you got all this help and you feel whatever, and if that's the case, why did you say enough is enough and say that she was lying? Say that, all the things in her lawsuit are not true. That incident was in her lawsuit. I remember that incident because I was around.
Yo, bro, the reason why this whole situation is so crazy is because just that Diddy has been one of the kingpins for the music industry for so long. He's been one of the main gatekeepers. He's been one of the main people that actually are able to accelerate people within the music industry just by following his demonic ways. And it's really him and Jay-Z, bro. Now, next up, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Next up, Jay-Z. That would be crazy too, bro, if Jay-Z start getting exposed. But that's the reason why this is so crazy. His reign is done. It's over.
I remember her telling me about how you spent $50,000 to get rid of that video. Watching that video the other day was crazy because I thought no one was ever gonna see it because of you. And now you're sorry? Really? Cry me a river, bro. You're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught. And I'm glad you don't want forgiveness because ain't nobody giving it to you over here. You know what you did. You're fine with your behavior. That's the bottom line. That is you. That person on that video is part of you. And that part of you needs to atone, needs to take whatever is coming to you because you have already sown these seeds.
Y'all know I ain't on that sucker shit. Because that Diddy,
If that Diddy walk past me right now, I'd take the fade with it. Just just straight up, I'll take the fade with cuz. I don't care about no apology and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one for a woman to the dog shit out you and you say, oh, I lost my mind. And we could kind of look at it like, oh yeah, cuz got that two-piece that failed. He kind of lost it. But nah, cuz, the way he did Shawty, that was foul, man. That was some real shit. And you can tell he was doing that shit for a long time. Because she was frantic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be on that shit. Got my motherfucking daughters.
A celebrity who acted very strange when asked about this was Floyd Mayweather Jr., the boxer. He had a weird thought process when how he could blame Cassie and not Diddy for this. Listen.
I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life.
I think
P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my...
This was, for Floyd Mayweather's behalf, this was before the footage was released. This is when just the lawsuits. But at the same time, he doesn't want to speak too bad about an individual that's big, you know? It is what it is.
Mistake, but things happen in life. And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stump him and kick a man while he's down. My take on it is, it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all. And I don't condone it. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt. But that's the choice that my daughter made.
Well, people, let me know your thoughts on this whole P. Diddy situation, all the women that he's dealt with, what could be true, what could not be true. I'm just bringing you opinions and thoughts to see what you guys think. I brought the whole story and presented it to you. Let's see what the outcome is. We'll see what comes up next because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people going to go down and there's more footage to be released.
We not even halfway through the year yet. We had Cat Williams coming out exposing... Wait, he was exposing Diddy from the jump, Cat Williams. That was back in February, and then everything that's leading up to this point is getting worse and worse, and it's becoming much more clear what P. Diddy's doing, what these other celebrities are doing at the top, and what they're actually able to get away with. We have a whole entire another half of year in 2024. Let's see what else happens. Comment down below your thoughts about this entire situation or any opinions that you have. I do read the comments, so comment them down below. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can catch when I drop another video for you guys. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.